The cosmos beckons. Humanity has always looked to the stars. Launching objects into space is hard. It requires immense power and costs a lot of money. For decades, rockets were single-use machines. They would blast off, deliver their payload, and then fall away. A new era is dawning in space travel. China has recently made a stunning announcement. A Chinese company has successfully tested a reusable rocket. This is a very big deal. It launched, flew, and then landed safely back on Earth. Suddenly, the cost of reaching orbit plummets. China's success signals its growing prowess in space technology. The journey to the stars just got a lot more exciting. Who is Sepoch? The name might be new to many. Sepoch, or Space Epoch, is a Chinese commercial space company. It is relatively young, yet it is already making significant waves. The company was founded with a bold vision. Its goal is to develop low-cost, reliable launch services. This is crucial for the burgeoning commercial space industry. Sepoch aims to make access to space more frequent and affordable. They are not just building rockets, they are building a pathway to the future. Sepoch's mission is clear. They want to revolutionize space transportation. They focus on cutting-edge technologies. Reusable rockets are at the heart of their strategy. The company understands that reusability is the key. It unlocks the potential for a vibrant space economy. Sepoch is driven by a spirit of innovation. They are not afraid to tackle complex engineering challenges. Their team comprises talented engineers and scientists. They are all dedicated to pushing the boundaries of what is possible in spaceflight. This dedication is now bearing fruit with the success of Yuanxingzhe-1. Sepoch is a name to watch in the new space race. They are charting a new course, not just for themselves, but for China's journey to the stars. The Yuanxingzhe-1 test was a moment of truth. It was a hop test. This means the rocket didn't go all the way to orbit. Instead, it performed a shorter flight. It launched vertically, it ascended to a specific altitude, then it maneuvered and descended. The final crucial step was a controlled vertical landing. This type of test is essential. It validates the core technologies needed for reusability. It proves the rocket's guidance, navigation, and control systems. It also tests the engine's ability to restart and throttle. The launch itself was a carefully orchestrated event. Yuanxingzhe-1, meaning Hiker 1, stood ready. Its engines ignited with a controlled roar. It lifted off smoothly from its launch pad. For this particular test, the rocket was a prototype. It was designed to demonstrate the key landing capabilities. The flight path was meticulously planned. The rocket climbed several hundred meters into the air. It hovered briefly, a display of its precise control. This hovering capability is vital for pinpoint landings. It allows the rocket to select the exact landing spot. The landing was the highlight of the test. The Yuanxingzhe-1 descended slowly. Its landing legs deployed, it touched down gently and accurately on the designated landing zone. A fascinating aspect of this recent test was its location. Sepoch conducted the Yuanxingzhe-1 hop test from a sea-based platform. They utilized a specially adapted barge. This approach offers several strategic advantages. Launching from the sea is not a new idea, but it is gaining traction for reusable rockets. One major benefit is flexibility. A mobile sea platform can be positioned almost anywhere in the ocean. This allows for optimal launch trajectories. It can help reach various orbits more efficiently. Safety is another significant factor. Launching rockets always carries some risk. If something goes wrong, debris can fall to Earth. Launching far out at sea minimizes risks to populated areas. The vast expanse of the ocean provides a large, clear safety zone. This is particularly important during the test phase of new rocket systems. It also simplifies range safety logistics. There are fewer restrictions compared to overland launches. This can speed up the launch cadence. More launches mean faster development and more opportunities for commercial missions. The reusability revolution, changing space economics. What exactly is a reusable rocket? And why is it such a big deal? Think of a traditional rocket. It has multiple stages. Each stage is a complex machine. It contains powerful engines, fuel tanks, and guidance systems. In the past, after a stage burned its fuel, it was discarded. It would fall into the ocean or burn up in the atmosphere. Only the small payload, the satellite or spacecraft, would reach its destination. This meant building an entirely new rocket for every single launch. This was incredibly expensive. Reusable rockets changed this paradigm completely. The core idea is to recover the most expensive parts of the rocket. Usually this is the first stage booster. This stage does the heavy lifting. It gets the rocket off the ground and through the thickest part of the atmosphere. Instead of letting it fall away, a reusable booster is designed to fly back. It can land either back at the launch site or on a drone ship at sea. It can then be refurbished and flown again. This is the revolution. The impact on launch costs is dramatic. Giants of the sky, Sepoch, and SpaceX. When we talk about reusable rockets, one name immediately comes to mind: SpaceX. Led by Elon Musk, SpaceX pioneered commercial reusable rocket technology. Their Falcon 9 rocket has flown many times. It has successfully landed its first stage boosters over and over again. This has revolutionized the launch industry. Sepoch's achievements with Yuanxingzhe-1 naturally draw comparisons to SpaceX. Both companies are pursuing similar technological paths. They are both using vertical takeoff and vertical landing systems. However, there are also differences. SpaceX had a head start of many years. They have a wealth of operational experience. Their Falcon 9 is a much larger, orbit-capable rocket. Yuanxingzhe-1 in its current test phase is smaller. It is focused on demonstrating the foundational landing technology. Sepoch is at an earlier stage of development, but their progress is rapid. They are benefiting from the lessons learned by pioneers like SpaceX. They are also developing their own unique solutions and innovations. The global space community often builds upon shared knowledge. Fueling ambition: China's expanding space frontier. Sepoch's breakthrough with Yuanxingzhe-1 has profound implications. It will significantly impact China's entire space program. This includes both commercial ventures and state-run initiatives. For China's burgeoning commercial space sector, this is a massive boost. Affordable and reliable launch services are the lifeblood of this industry. Reusable rockets like the one Sepoch is developing will provide just that. This will enable more Chinese companies to deploy their own satellite constellations. It will foster innovation in areas like Earth observation, communication, and remote sensing. The state-run space program, led by the China National Space Administration, also stands to benefit greatly. CNSA has incredibly ambitious goals. These include maintaining and expanding the Tiangong space station. They are planning robotic and eventually human missions to the moon. A Chinese lunar research base is on the drawing board. Further afield, Mars is a key target for exploration. All these endeavors require frequent and heavy lift launch capabilities. Reusable rockets can make these ambitious projects more sustainable and economically viable. Consider the logistics of building a lunar base. It would require transporting vast amounts of materials, habitats, and equipment to the moon. Using expendable rockets for such a task would be astronomically expensive. Reusable heavy-lift rockets, developed from technologies like those in Yuanxingzhe-1, could drastically reduce these costs. This makes the prospect of a permanent human presence on the moon much more realistic. Greener pastures, sustainable journeys beyond Earth. The advent of reusable rockets brings more than just economic benefits. It also has a significant positive impact on sustainability. Space exploration, for all its wonder, has an environmental footprint. Traditional expendable rockets contribute to space debris. Discarded rocket stages, if they don't burn up completely, can remain in orbit for years. This creates a hazard for operational satellites and future missions. The Kessler syndrome, a scenario where the density of objects in orbit is high enough that collisions could cause a cascade, is a real concern. Reusable rockets directly address this issue. By recovering and reusing the main stages, we drastically reduce the amount of hardware left behind. Fewer discarded boosters mean less space junk cluttering Earth's orbit. This is a crucial step towards responsible stewardship of the space environment. As we increase our activities beyond Earth, we must do so sustainably. We need to avoid making the same mistakes in space that we have made on our own planet. Reusable technology is a cornerstone of this sustainable approach to space exploration. Beyond space debris, there's also the manufacturing impact. Building a rocket is an intensive process. It requires significant resources and energy. If a rocket is only used once, all that embodied energy and material is lost. Reusing rocket stages means we don't have to manufacture as many new ones. The next leap: China's stellar future. The successful test of Sepoch's Yuanxingzhe-1 is a remarkable achievement. It marks a pivotal moment for China's space program. The future of reusable rockets looks incredibly bright. This technology is rapidly becoming the industry standard. More companies and countries are investing in reusability. The gateway to space is swinging wider than ever before. China's position in this new space race is significantly strengthened. With companies like Sepoch making rapid progress, China is demonstrating its capability to compete at the highest levels. The development of a domestic reusable launch capability is a critical piece of that puzzle. It ensures autonomy and resilience for their space endeavors. The success of Yuanxingzhe-1 is a testament to their hard work.